Welcome back to SimScape, Episode 8. With morning classes over, Tabitha steps into the Copperdale High Auditorium for Career Day. The room is buzzing, booths neatly arranged, guest speakers deep in conversation, and students weaving from table to table, curious about all kinds of careers. Hi, could you tell me a bit more about what you do? She asks. He smiles and introduces himself. His name is Raj, and he's a pastry chef. Raj explains, anyone can make dinner or mix a drink at home. The culinary career is for people who want to take it to another level and actually make money doing it. You can earn 410 simoleons an hour if you choose the chef branch, but only 197 simoleons an hour as a mixologist. She goes to the next table to watch the career presentation. When the speaker finishes, Tabitha steps forward and asks for more details about the career. Her name is Rico, and she is a rag reviewer. Rico explains, by identifying the right colors, the trendy patterns, the unseen ensemble pairings, and by choosing the right person to act as a vehicle for that insight, a style influencer can twist the world toward a more cohesive end. Tabitha nods, impressed, then asks what type of degree she would need for this career path. Rico answers, the best degree for the trendsetter branch is art history, and for the stylist path, fine art is the strongest choice. Tabitha sits in one of the auditorium chairs, listening as representatives from Brightchester University and Foxbury Institute share details about their campuses and degree options. Ever since talking to Rico, the rag reviewer with the sharp eye for colour and trends, Tabitha's mind has been buzzing. She keeps replaying the idea of becoming an influencer. She's not entirely certain about pursuing the style influencer path specifically, but she's excited about the idea of an influencer career that allows her to be creative and expressive. She considers how a degree could really benefit her. learning visual storytelling, grasping trends, building a brand, and creating content that people love.
When the presentation wraps up, Tabitha strolls back to the influencer career table. She casually picks up a few items from the display: a university leaflet, a career guide, a cute pencil, and a little treat from the bowl. Tabitha steps closer to Rico and asks, could you tell me what the salary is like for a style influencer? Rico smiles and explains, you can earn up to 500 simoleons an hour as a stylist and up to 451 simoleons an hour as a trendsetter. Cameron asks Tabitha what she's decided to do for a career. Tabitha pauses, reflecting on everything she's learned, before saying she wants to be some sort of influencer. What about you? She asks. His answer comes quickly, as if he's been waiting for the chance to say it. He knows he wants to get into basketball. Back at home, Tabitha pulls out the Brightchester leaflet she grabbed earlier and settles onto the couch beside Latasha. Brightchester feels classic. She keeps replaying the way the representative described the campus: old stone buildings, art studios hidden in historic halls, students sketching in peaceful courtyards. It all gives her a sense of tradition, a place where creativity is grounded in something rich and enduring. As she reads through the leaflet, she can't shake the feeling that this could be where she ends up. She starts talking to Latasha about Career Day. She tells Latasha about the presentations, the style influencer booth, and how it has helped her to come to a decision about what she wants to do. Latasha asks what she has decided. Tabitha explains her decision carefully. She wants to be an influencer, not just casually, not just for fun, but as a real career. And maybe studying one of the art subjects at UBright could help her build that future. Latasha tells Tabitha she needs a proper job, something reliable, something she can depend on. Influencing, she says, is unpredictable. Latasha proposes a compromise: the communications degree at Brightchester, the distinguished one. It's a degree that's creative, practical, flexible, and respected. A degree that could lead to opportunities in media, marketing, branding, and even influencing, if that's still the path Tabitha wants to take. Tabitha slips away to her room to start her homework, needing a bit of space to think. She likes the idea: a path that still leads toward the future she wants, but with a steadier foundation beneath her feet. Latasha heads to the kitchen to start dinner. What should she make today? Malaysian satay, a comforting choice, warm, fragrant, and something she knows Tabitha loves.
Oh, Kabbalah.
She begins cooking, letting the spices hit the pan. The gentle sounds of sizzling and stirring fill the house, while Tabitha works quietly in her room, pencil scratching across her homework pages.
Ribbo!
Latasha goes into Tabitha's room. Look, she says gently, I'm really proud of you, and I know you'll make the right choice.
Spama, Flume, Apalachaba.
Latasha gives Tabitha a small, reassuring smile before stepping out of the room. She carries her empty plate to the sink and washes it up, the warm water running softly as she thinks about their conversation. She dries her hands and heads toward her bedroom. She has work to do. Latasha settles at her computer, opens her files and begins typing, slipping into her own evening routine while Tabitha works quietly in hers.
Okay, focus. Maths. Easy. But seriously, that influencer booth today, I can't stop thinking about it. They made it sound so real, like people actually do this for a living. Not just random influencers who get lucky, but people who study it, plan it, build it. Oh, I could do that. I'm already doing half of it. Filming, editing, laying down soundtracks. Communications. That sounds good. Oh, what if I'm not good enough? No, stop. Okay, Tabitha. Homework first. Future later.
Tabitha snaps her homework book shut, finally done. Her stomach growls, reminding her she hasn't eaten since earlier, so she heads to the kitchen. She takes a plate of Latasha's satay chicken, warm, fragrant, exactly what she craves, and flicks on the TV. Settling onto the sofa, she eats while half watching whatever's playing. When she's finished, she carries her plate to the sink, rinsing it under the warm stream of water before washing up. She slides the leftovers onto the middle shelf of the fridge. Beside her, Latasha is already in her own rhythm, loading the washing machine. They sink into the sofa, and she tells Latasha how amazing dinner was, how the satay chicken hit the spot after a long day. Tabitha goes on, "We had this business assignment today. Come up with a way to raise money for the prom. So me, Crystal, Zoe and Everly are setting up a stall in San Myshuno. Baked goods, cookies, brownies, cupcakes, all that. We figured people there actually buy things, so we might make some decent money." "That sounds like a great idea. Let me know if you need help," Latasha replies.
Here I am, begging. Shut up.
"We're splitting the baking, so no one gets overwhelmed. It's going to be fun."
Here it is. Your choice? It's simple. Her or me. And I'm sure she's really great. But Derek, I love you. In a really, really big... Pretend to like your taste in music.
Oh.
Let you eat the last piece of cheesecake. Hold a radio over my head outside your window.
Tabitha was dozing off on the couch when Latasha spoke up. "You know, I've been thinking a lot about fostering." Surprised, Tabitha glanced over. "I didn't realize that was something you wanted."
To sign the papers.
"I've been considering it for a while," Latasha explained. "When you're off doing your own thing, I don't want the house to feel empty. I want to give someone who needs it a place to stay. Maybe even get a bigger place with more room for another young person. Or if you live on campus at university, we could use your room and make it welcoming for someone new." She paused. "It wouldn't change anything between us. You'll always have a home here, always. But fostering, it's something I want to do."
Love me.
I think you should,
So,
Tabitha
Barley?
said gently. You'd be amazing at it. You could give someone a safe haven. They'd be lucky to have you. Thank you, Latasha replied, touched.
Dabiwu. Plonite skuma. Verpasa esenoi. Shrofa. Bahushu foibi. Yebani demise. Frum. Oh, wibba. Wibba.
And I'll still come home, Tabitha added, even if I'm on campus. It won't feel empty. You'll still see me all the time, Tabitha says. Is that a promise? Latasha asks. Of course. You'll be sick of me, Tabitha replies.
Zagu.
Yips.
Oh. Bemina.
After Tabitha went to bed, the house slipped into that calm, late evening quiet. She felt it had gone well, more than well, and Tabitha's support had left a warm glow in her chest. Those sleepy words, "You'd be really good at it. Whoever you get will be lucky to have you," stayed with her long after Tabitha disappeared into her room. She found herself thinking about the future, about Tabitha heading off to university, maybe living on campus, maybe coming home on weekends with stories, laundry, and that bright, infectious energy she carried everywhere. The house wouldn't be empty. Tabitha had promised as much, but it would be different, and Latasha wanted that difference to be something good. They got the stall up just before midday, hitting that sweet spot when office workers poured into the square and tourists wandered by in search of something tasty. The city buzzed with energy, the kind of lunchtime rush that made San Myshuno feel alive. Tabitha was running the stall like it was second nature. Chin up, voice ringing out over the crowd, she moved with effortless confidence. "Sweet treats right here," she called, her tone warm and welcoming. Fresh brownies, mouth-watering cookies, best in the city, and all for a great cause. Her voice cut through the lunchtime chatter, turning heads and pulling people closer. She had that spark, the kind that made strangers stop, smile, and drift toward the stall. Zoe stood behind her with her arms folded, watching the flow of people with a relaxed grin. Crystal hovered nearby, taking everything in but not quite stepping forward. Everly lingered off to the side, perfectly content to let Tabitha take the lead. They weren't slacking, just happy to let Tabitha shine, and Tabitha didn't seem bothered in the slightest. She kept calling out, bright and bold, drawing people in with her energy alone. They had all baked and brought something to sell, each girl adding to the colourful spread of brownies, cookies and cakes displayed across the table. For now, though, Tabitha was the one holding down the stall, and the lunchtime crowd was beginning to take notice. A couple of people stopped by, looking over the stall. "Hi, we've got fresh brownies just made this morning," Tabitha said, offering a warm smile. As more people gathered, she added, "These ones are our best sellers. They're soft in the middle and really gooey." Everything's homemade. Brownies, cookies and cakes, baked fresh this morning, so they're super fresh, Tabitha said, hoping to draw more people to the stall. "Come on over, get your sweet treats." Later, Crystal took over the stall, giving Tabitha a much-needed breather. She wasn't bad at it, just quieter, less sure of herself, nothing like the bold, effortless energy Tabitha had been radiating earlier. With Crystal running things, Tabitha stepped back and decided it was the perfect time to bring up something that had been lingering in her mind. "So," Tabitha said casually, "what's going on between Chance and Greta?" Zoe didn't miss a beat. 2 words, she replied. "Dina Caliente." Tabitha frowned. "Who's that?" "She's tight with Carrie," Zoe explained, "and she's decided Chance is hers. She's been stirring things up between him and Greta for months." "So Dina's just inserting herself?" Tabitha asked. "Pretty much," Zoe confirmed. Tabitha took it all in, the noise of the lunch crowd dimming as the gossip sank in. The stall was still doing great, people wandering over, buying brownies and cookies. Watching the steady flow of customers, Tabitha felt a spark of excitement. If sales kept up, they'd make far more profit than she'd expected. The drama with Chance and Greta was messy, sure, but the fundraiser? That was going brilliantly. She wondered how Chance, Cameron and Dalton were doing. They were in Willow Creek running a car wash to raise money, and she planned to ask Cameron how much they had made. It It was getting late, so it was time to close. They had made 638 simoleons. The store had been busy almost the entire time, people stopping for brownies, grabbing cookies on their way back to work. The bus ride home felt endless. When Tabitha finally got back, she sank into the sofa, chatting with Latasha about the bake sale. "It went so well," Tabitha said. "Way better than I expected. We had so many people stop by, and I was talking non-stop." "I can imagine. You're great with people," Latasha replied. "We sold a lot," Tabitha went on. "Everyone loved what we made. They kept saying it looked fresh and tasted delicious." "It sounds like you had a very productive day," Latasha says. Tabitha nodded, the fatigue finally catching up to her after hours of talking, selling, and standing in San Myshuno. She pushes herself up and heads to bed. And that's where we'll leave it. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you enjoy the content. See you in episode 9.